Namaskar friends, AIB 11 set A. First one, Section 154 on Right Act is for rectification of mistakes. Which of the following is not included in capital asset under Section 214 of the Income Tax Act? Any stock in trade, special bearer bonds, 1981 issued by central government. Which language is to be used by arbitral proceedings decided by parties to mutual understanding? The arbitral proceeding shall stand terminated on making a final award by an order of the arbitral tribunal when parties to the dispute agree to terminate proceedings, all of the above. Every award of Lok Adalat is deemed to be decree of a civil court. The Arbitration Conciliation Act 1986, Section 18 organization states conducting of arbitral proceedings. Provision of Section 80 of the CPC is binding on High Courts, Court of Civil Judge, District Court. Temporary injunction can be granted ex parte. Right to appeal is statutory right. Last amendment to the Succession Act was made in 2002. With the correct statement, there can be a will without a codicil. As per Section 60 of the Indian Succession Act, a will should be stated by two or more witnesses. Either under Muhammadan law refers to none of the above. Under Christian Marriage Act, the marriage register for any district is appointed by state government. The word ombudsman is derived from Swedish administration. Under Section 3 of the Commission of Inquiry Act 1952, Inquiry Commission is appointed by central or state government. IT Act was enacted on 2000. Government of India passed IT Act 2000 with the objective of legal sanction to all transactions for e-commerce, facilitate electronic filing of all documents to the government, amend IPC in an amendments act to punish the cybercrime. All of the above. Right to personal liberty includes right against custodial evidence, right of under trials to separate them from convicted, right against public hanging. The Supreme Commander of the Defence Force of India is President. Retirement age of Supreme Court is 65 years. Criminal Procedure Code is a subject of concurrent list. Bailable and non-bailable offence has been defined in Section 2A of CRPC. Under Section 21 of CRPC, Special Executive Magistrate may be appointed by state government. Police may carry out personal search on arrested person under Section 51 of CRPC. Special court is not subordinate to High Court. Powers under 115 of CRPC can be exercised by magistrate when police decision not to investigate the case. Statement recording during investigation of 131 can be used in trial for contradicting the witness. Power to take cognizance of offence by magistrate of first class or second class is provided under 190 of CRPC. Addition or alteration of charges is provided in CRPC under 216. With section of Specific Relief Act prohibits filing a case against government. Section 6. Patent Act became a law in 1970. Check bouncing case charged under 138 of Negotiable Instrument Act is trial by magistrate court. Provision of establishing public service commission is made under 315. Case Krishna Gopal was a state of MP related to noise and air pollution. What is punishment for advocates if established finding of bar council is misappropriation? Impose a fine. Name will be struck. Suspension. On being agreed by order of State Bar Council, one can appeal to Bar Council of India with section of Advocate Act provides punishment for misconduct of advocate 35. 24 of Advocate Act deals with qualification of advocate who should be enrolled in bar. Under workman compensation, which is helpful in deciding extent of injury to medical examination, medical certificate. Section 23 of workman compensation 923 says that commissioner shall have power of a court. Objective of Industrial Dispute Act is industrial peace, create harmonious relation between employer and employee, prevent illegal strike or lockout. 2Q of Industrial Dispute Act 1947 provides definition of strike. Land Acquisition Act came into force in 1894, 1st March. Under Land Acquisition Act, arable land means useful for cultivation, which is not fundamental right to property. In Maneka Gandhi case, it was observed that right to go abroad is within ambit of Article 19, subsection 1, subsection A, but confiscation of passport is not in accordance with law. Reasonable restriction can be imposed on right of free movement. It's in the interest of general public. Which is the following can claim Article 19 of the Constitution, only citizens. Clause 3 of Article 20, subsection I of the Indian Constitution says that no accused person shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. Indira Sahwani versus Union of India is popularly known as Mandal Commission case. Due to outcome of this case, slum dwellers were benefited. Olga Tellis versus Bombay Municipal Corporation. A PIL can be filed under Section 226 of the Constitution and Article 32 of the Constitution. Second, under Section 133 of CRPC. Supreme Court in SP Gupta versus Union of India AIR 1982 SC 149 decided on judges transfer. Supreme Court in a PIL known as Kamalnath case evolved to public trust doctrine. Vishaka was the state of Rajasthan cases related to sexual harassment at workplace. Court's power to award compensation is provided in specific relief act under section 21. Providing of handwriting is provided in evidence act by opinion of experts, by evidence of a person who is acquainted with the handwriting. Section 26 of the Indian Evidence Act provides a confession made by a person in police custody is admissible. Confession made in the immediate presence of a magistrate is admissible. The term evidence means and includes oral evidence, documentary evidence, and electronic record produced for inspection of court. Which of the authority that determines the language of a court other than High Court within a given state and section 271 state government. A decree can be either preliminary or final. Foreign judgment is defined in CPC under section 2 subsection 6. Minimum number of persons required to incorporate a public company is 7. Private company can commence business as soon as it receives certificate of incorporation. Not an essential of contract of guarantee existence of only one contract. The term agent is defined in Contract Act under section 182. What is maximum number of partners in banking business? 10. A person who gives guarantee is a surety, which is not a right of unpaid sale against goods to a certain price. 36 to 42 of Specific Relief Act provides injunction. Which of following is not a civil nature? Right to caste and religion. In a suit where doctrine of res judicata applies, suit is liable to be dismissed. Under 16 CPC, a suit relating to immovable property can be filed in a court whose local jurisdiction is where property is situated. Pleading means plain and written statement. On failure to file a written statement under order 8 rule 10 of CPC, court may pass order for striking of decree may pronounce the judgment at once. What is meant by homicide? Killing of human being by other human being. Adulteration of a food or drink is a punishable offence. 272, 273 of IPC. Maximum punishment of waging a war against the government of India under IPC is death. Offence relating to elections are introduced by IPC by a subsequent amendment. Rupa Bajaj vs. KPC Gill is a famous case where Supreme Court decides in outrage of modesty by a woman under Hindu Adoptions and Maintenance Act. A person who is taking an adoption must be Hindu only. Polygamy was permitted for Hindus before the year 1955. Mohan gets married to his sister's daughter Kriti. Marriage is valid if custom allows it. Within purview of water act, meaning of stream is defined includes a river, water case, and subsequent river. 2128 of Trademark Act 1999 defines meaning of trademark. Outraging the modesty of a woman is punishable under 354. 463 of IPC deals with crime of forgery. Criminal intimidation is explained in the section 506. 59 to 60 of Indian Evidence Act. Total statement means all statement made before court by witness. On the evidence, a court includes judges and magistrates. Admissibility of content of electronic records may be proved in accordance with the provision of 65B of the Indian Evidence Act, which is not a public record as per provision of the Indian Evidence Act. Documented correspondence from advocate and notary office. Section 67 Motor Vehicle Act provides state government's power to control the road transport. The term tort is a French word. In tort, what is vicarious liability? A person is liable for wrongful act done by other person. Under 21F of Consumer Protection Act 1986, defect is meant by any fault, imperfection, shortcomings in quality, quantity, potency, purity, or standard, all of the above. Following falls under categories of act of God, storm, cyclone, extraordinary rainfall, lightning, and thunder, all of the above. Income tax was enacted 1961. Income is defined under Section 24 of the Income Tax Act as profit gains, dividend, voluntary contribution received by trust for charitable purpose, all of the above. All of the above.